Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today I decided to do a personal story time about something that I did in high school that I had an extremely bad experience with and kind of felt like I didn't get enough warning. So I guess I want to kind of share my experience and hope that other people don't have to go through the same thing. Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. So when I was 16, I had been getting my periods for a while, but it was definitely uncomfortable. When I say uncomfortable, I was in dire pain. I would almost always either go to school and not be able to focus or stay at home suffering, just kind of lying there dead, but I would be sleeping, so it's not like I was staying home getting work done because I didn't even have the energy for that. It was pretty bad, so my doctor suggested I go on birth control. In fact, even though this is like 3-ish years ago, I still have the pills right here. I didn't finish the last round. It's called Levonorgestrel. I guess I can't read it, but it's just pills. And the idea is you're supposed to take these pills every day around the same time. You won't get periods. Cool. They listed a couple of side effects, which is like, yeah, you might gain a little bit of weight. Keep in mind, this was also my junior year of high school. I was going through a lot of stress, but I was exercising pretty regularly, pretty much every day, except for weekends. So I was like, okay, a few pounds won't kill me. However, I ended up gaining 20 pounds, and it could have been due to stress, but I feel like I wasn't adequately warned about the side effects of it, because I had done this for hopes of, not experiencing painful discomfort every single month for the however long. And they looked into other options and other situations, and this just seemed like the best thing to do, especially because I was in high school, so I opted for it. And the ironic part is, around the time my periods were there, my stomach would still hurt, but not as much. Which you would think, if you're getting rid of a period, it wouldn't be as bad. You would think that it would completely go away, I'm sorry, but it didn't. So that was, in my opinion, a waste of money. But then, like I said, it's because apparently it affects your water retention, so you're holding a lot of water weight. But I ended up gaining 20 pounds over the course of 4 months, which is horrendous. And the fact that I was exercising just makes me feel even worse. And this is more than I was regularly exercising the previous years too, where I was not actually gaining any weight because I had stuck to a pretty consistent weight since I was in the 8th grade, because I've only grown an inch or two since then. So, and it was just kind of unfortunate because I was able to lose about 10 of those pounds, but after that it's been difficult, and you don't realize how difficult it is to lose weight, especially if you're not cooking your own meals. I lived in the dorms this year, and it's more about being healthy for me because I feel like I lost a lot of energy when I gained weight, and I never realized how difficult losing weight was. And here's the thing, I was never a kind of person that checked my weight every day, which is why I didn't actually realize I had gained 20 pounds. And I always thought, oh, maybe you're just bloated, and that's the dumb part, because when they say side effects and they act like you're only going to gain 2 to 5 pounds, it really undercuts the whole thing. And it made me feel physically very bad, very lazy, and it made me feel like I didn't want to be very active. And even though I was pretty active, it was during my spring sports schedule, and that was pretty fun, and I was having fun, but after that I just kind of didn't really love that. Eventually, once I had realized that I was gaining so much weight and it wasn't worth, only having mild discomfort for periods, I was like, okay, we're done. And I stopped. For a while, for a couple months, it took a while to get my periods regular, which was kind of unfortunate because before I had went on the birth control, my periods were very regular. It was just the pain. And after that, it's been really difficult to get my periods back to a regular schedule, which is unfortunate. I'm only 19, but in the future, if this continued, I feel like that would be really bad. And I'm talking future 10-15 years, but still, it's just kind of unfortunate that they don't realize once you get off of it, getting back to having regular cycles is going to be hard, but that's something that needs to happen because it is crucial for your health. And I don't really remember being warned at all about that. In fact, the only side effect they told me, and I actually looked up the email I got about this from the doctor, and it was just pretty much the thing about gaining like 2 to 5 pounds. So I feel like I was badly informed, but definitely could have done my own research. My only excuse was that it was my junior year and I had an insane amount of stress on my shoulders. So yeah, I mean, despite it, your health is your health, you know, it's always a priority. I was just dumb. I spent a lot of time thinking like my doctors always knew best for me, and for the first time I was like, you know, they don't actually know what's best. They try to tell you everything so you can make an informed choice, but I felt like in that situation I hadn't really made an informed choice. You know, I'm every day, like, I've become a lot healthier since then. I exercise very differently than I did in high school. I exercise more regularly and I eat differently too. I feel like my diet is very different and I focused on different things, so hopefully that will help. I have tried many other things that will hopefully help me get healthy. Because here's the thing, when I gained like that much weight, I was never like underweight or overweight, and as soon as I gained like those 20 pounds, it was getting to the overweight area, which really sucked. And since losing the 10 pounds, it's like fine, like, but like I said, I don't feel strong anymore. I feel extremely weak, and for the longest time I also felt super lethargic and lacking energy. And since exercising a lot more and having a more active lifestyle, that's definitely changed. But like I said, you don't realize all these things. I wish I had done more or had been more aware of the side effects that were happening to me. But like I said, when you're busy and when you only think that it's like that little weight, I don't actually like see a difference in my body physically. Like when I look at my body, I genuinely don't think it was different from, you know, when I started birth control. And that's kind of funny because, I mean, people who gain like 50 to 100 pounds will notice a difference, but I guess you don't really notice a difference for that much weight, because I guess I should say that, you know, weight will be distributed in different places, but it just makes me feel kind of dumb sometimes because it's like, how did I not notice, you know? But things happen. I'm lucky that I got it together when I did, you know, and got back to being healthier. But I'm lucky that I have time, that I don't need to like have children right now or anything, or want to, I should say, because I don't think you ever need to have children, but, well, I should say biological children. And I'm lucky, but it's just unfortunate because now I have to deal with all these other side effects and other issues as a result of that now, when everything was fine. Well, that's a lie. It wasn't fine, but everything was better, although that pain was horrendous. So I don't know. Sometimes you just have to think that things happen for a reason. I mean, it sucked, and the end result was also kind of sucky, but I guess we can always do our best to get back to where you are. But it's like, you know, once you've done it, your body can't always go back to its original state. And if it does, it's going to be hard, so hard. And it is hard. But here's the thing, I don't know if my body will ever be able to go back to the prime-ish state it was in. So it's unfortunate. If it happens, I will definitely say something, but it has not yet happened. I mean, I'm definitely stronger than I was then, physically and mentally, but like I said, I don't feel the same good feelings I felt about my body then. So, you know, this has definitely morphed into something else. This is not just about, you know, the side effects of birth control that you don't necessarily know. But, you know, there are a lot of things that go along with these choices you make that you really have to consider that I didn't really consider, including not just like the literal side effects that the doctor said, but the emotional ones, the aftermath of, oh, what if I go off of it? Those are things that never in my life have I considered, because even the doctor didn't tell me to consider those things. So, you know, it's really vital that you think of all aspects of your life when you make a decision like that. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my other videos. You can check them in the cards, or I have similar videos, or other related videos in the description box. Other than that, stay tuned for my next video.